Yeah, I think, listen, I don't want to sound or come off like I am, I understand that there are people that get into drug distribution at the lowest level for many different reasons, right? I've come across many people where I've arrested or been in a room when they're arrested, and you would never imagine the type of people that get into distribution. And quite frankly, some people are not bad people, right? They're not evil. But I do think that there's a level of responsibility where you have to hold people accountable, right? So if you're selling fentanyl and that fentanyl causes someone to die, right, that's a homicide. So what should happen to you,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Right.
No, yeah. You've just caused death.
Right. You just caused death. So I think that there has to be an area where we are holding people accountable, and this is the ultimate reason because they're victims. Who's the real victim? Is the person selling the victim, or the person that just died in their family the victim?
Yeah, the
Right.
addict. Yeah, the addict
Right.
who has
The
trouble
addict.
controlling their cravings.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Right. So their addiction led to their death, but who's impacted? Their friends, their family, their neighborhoods, their community, their town. So with that being said, I think that we need to get back to a place where we're all collaborating, coordinating, but we're also holding people accountable. Right.
Yeah, absolutely. And you mentioned you don't necessarily want to talk about as in focus too much on, how the drugs come in and focus more on us as well as we're the demand. But when you focus on the cartel and you hopefully slow that down, is there a world in your head where we could potentially start doing cross-border operations and supporting Mexico in their efforts to kind of dismantle cartel?
Absolutely. So there was a time where we worked so closely with the Mexican Marines. Mexican Marines are national treasures for Mexico, and I really mean that. They are a top-notch organization, truly patriotic Mexican nationals, and really put their lives on the line for their country. And DEA had a robust partnership with them. I'd like to see that develop again and go back to a place where we are collaborating closely, not just DEA, but all of our components and all of their components, right? To a place where we are cross-border sharing intelligence, holding some of these organizations down, accountable, and then really impacting them for change. Is my opinion. There's a history of this, Vince, and because we've already done this, we can do this again.
What what changed? When you guys had a good relationship with them, good, was it a political shift that changed? Was it something, a case that kind of destroyed the relationship? What was it?
The current administration in Mexico
In
adapted
Mexico?
it. That's right. The current administration in Mexico adapted the slogan of hugs, not bullets.
Absolutely.
And so it immediately impacted our ability to share information. Immediately, we saw the number of clandestine labs. That there was a time we were intercepting or taking down. When I say we, I really mean DEA or FBI or HSI intelligence identifying a lab, so working with our counterparts, the Marines or the vetted units that we had there, or the Army, and they would take down these labs. There was a time we were taking down over 100 labs a year. That trickled down to single digits under the current administration.
Yeah, you and I know the corruption that happens in Mexico is questionable. How far those hands are into their own government. I don't want to say it is, but you and I know that this was the most brutal election year that they've had. From a lot of
Right.
candidates were getting killed in almost in an effort to almost pick and choose who they wanted to become president.
Yeah. Right.
And this new president coming in, I'm very curious to see. I know her ideologies are very similar to the current president, but she does have kind of a different approach in a go, please.